Yo, broskies and broskellas, what is going on? Welcome to the Squid Show. I am your host, Hungry Squid, and today, and hopefully forever, forever,
all time,
I am being joined by my co-host, Finaqua. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, Squid, what's going on? What's going on, everybody?
It's been a while. We've been planning this for a little bit, Fen.
Oh, yeah, just about a minute.
It's actually been like 6 months. So I'm freaking stoked to get this bad boy started. Should we explain to the folks out there what this show is, though?
Let's
I feel like that's the thing that we do, right?
That we're good at that.
Yeah,
we talk.
I'm definitely good at talking. If not anything else, talking is my number one good thing, I guess.
And there's nothing, believe me.
Wow. Oh, all right. Shots fired.
What is the show, Squid?
All right. So, the Squid Show is a podcast type series where we talk for about 30 minutes and play a game right in the middle, just to give some fun parts of this. And we're going to be having different topics and so on and so forth. So if you guys don't want to watch like one section, there's going to be like a hyperlink in it. So like, for example, if you're in it for just the Minecraft, you can just press the Minecraft portion and you'll go straight there and all that fun stuff. All our links and everything are in the description. Fen's channel, my channel, and various other channels like Twitter and all that fun stuff is in the top part of the video right now. I'm pointing. I don't know why.
I can see it.
You can see it? Awesome.
I can see it.
Got him.
Mind's eye.
And also, at the very bottom of mine, you'll see one that says asksquid@gmail.com. Any questions or topics that you want to hear in the next couple shows, I guess, ask away. Send them into my email, and I guess we'll answer them as soon as we can.
That's exactly what we'll do.
Is it?
Yeah. That's literally why you ask, to get a question, to get an answer. That's why we're here.
True. Mind blown.
That's my job, is to blow your mind on a daily basis.
That's why I invited you, Fen.
Mm-hmm.
I just want you to be here for moral support. When I lose my way, you can find the path
pick
for
up
me.
that slack. It's all good.
Oh God!
What do you say? Go ahead.
What do I say? No, what do I say?
What do you say we jump into the first topic?
That is a good idea. I like that. Minecraft 1.9, Fen.
I dig it. Spoiler alert.
I do have to say there are a couple things in Minecraft 1.9 that I'm not that big of a fan on.
Right.
But there are things that are actually pretty good. So I'm on the fence. I don't know.
And before we start, I have been doing a single player world for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I've done a little bit of Twitch on it, but nothing really on YouTube. Have you done anything yourself?
I went through creative mode.
Okay, so not really.
No, absolutely not.
I forget. Were you in the? I know V for Vanilla did a fun run a while ago, and they were doing it in 1.9.
I saw that.
UHC.
Yeah.
You saw it, but you weren't in it, right?
No.
Okay, so I didn't have a blast, and after that, I was like, "Oh my god, I don't know how I feel about this," because there were a lot of buggy issues, and it was definitely a change, right? Like a UHC is obviously a very combat focused thing, and you're focused on not taking damage and getting all the things, and the skeletons were just murdering my face.
And now you have to, on top of all that, you have to learn the new stuff.
And learn the new combat controls, and you don't have a feel for it because you can't spam click whenever even if you're just attacking like a mob, like a skeleton, where before you could have an iron sword, just run at it and click it a bunch of times, and you could probably kill it before it actually shoots you. Now, not so much, because you have to be very precise. But yeah, after that, I was not a fan. I was actually kind of hyped before that, and I wasn't a fan after. But I've been playing it recently, and I'm really impressed. I like the changes. I like it. It changes things up a little bit. And we'll go point by point. But I just kind of wanted to put it out there that I am pro 1.9. Yeah.
Well, I guess that's good. I'm pro 1.9 on a couple things. We have a list in front of us for all the viewers that can't see it. Combat and potions, I kind of want to go over those at the same time.
Okay.
Just because I have this idea in my head, Fed. Now go on me with this journey. Don't go on me. Go with me on this journey.
I'm right there beside you.
Yeah, there you go. You're beside me on this one. So in my head, I got this idea. Have you ever played World of Warcraft?
No, but I've played other MMOs.
Okay, so you know the concept. Like, there's dungeons that you go into and stuff like that. Okay,
right.
So for anybody that doesn't know World of Warcraft or any kind of MMO, there are these crazy things like dungeons. So you do your normal game, and then you go in with a group of people to this over-level dungeon where you get massive loots, and you have to strategize with a team. So basically, you have what? You have a tank, you have a DPS, and you have a healer, right? That's basically the main ones, yeah.
Trifecta.
And I think with the new combat update and the new potions and arrows, it's going to make that 10 times better, Fen.
Yeah, I agree, because I was thinking the same thing, actually.
We're going to be able to have dungeons in Minecraft.
Yeah, and teams of players who can go through with specific roles and specific loadouts, if you will, to take on different tasks. So,
yes.
For those of you who haven't been paying super close attention to the snapshots, haven't been playing it or whatever, watching anything, basically the thing that makes this all work is the potions, and specifically the potions that you can now put on arrows. So you can now have a healer class, if you will, air quotes, where you have a splash potion of healing or a splash potion of regen on an arrow, and a person can fire it at a group or a friend, and it will heal them instead of harming them. There's also, I don't know if you know about this, Squid, a new thing that you can put on potions that basically draws out the effect of the splash.
Yes, a lingering potion.
Lingering, yes.
Yes.
So it'll actually be like a little aura of healing or whatever, or harm or whatever you're going to make it.
I think that's going to help a lot in PvP too. Can you imagine a bottleneck area in this map, right? There's a bottleneck area and there's people following you, and you need to get out.
Yeah.
Throw a lingering potion. They can't get you for like, what? I don't know what the lingering potion lasts for, but like 15 seconds.
However long it is.
Yeah. So you put a harming potion behind you and you block that area. And not only that, but that could help in the dungeon scenario that we were throwing out there too. If I need to heal, I'll throw up a lingering potion here, and so whenever they need to heal, they can just run over to the lingering potion spot, or just throw them right on top of them. I don't know why you'd put it over there. You're dying. Go run over there real quick.
And what I'm thinking too is that it allows you, if you're fighting, say, in a UHC and you have potions and you're up in the overworld and you're a team of 3 or whatever, you can actually create a situation where you're fighting on terms that are beneficial to you. So you can create a bottleneck. Yep. Where you have 2 splash potions of harming off on the sides, and you force them to come in the middle.
Yeah.
If that's what you want.
Oh, there's strategies now.
It opens the door for a lot of strategy, and because the combat has been slowed down like it has, it means you can't just run in and spam click, and there's no time to really do anything else. It means you have to engage and back off. You have a shield. You're going to need to use that shield. Otherwise, they're going to kill you pretty fast. Yeah. And that would be where your tank comes in. A guy with a shield, maybe an axe, just to do a little pokey damage there.
Because the axe does more damage, but goes less fast, right? Yeah. And then you can have your healer in the background just shooting you with arrows. Yeah. That's crazy.
You can have the DPS with some harming arrows, some poison arrows, whatever the case may be, a sword to switch to.
Yeah. Did we ever figure out if it's you can dual wield swords? You can't swing the second sword, can you?
Yeah, you can dual wield them, but it doesn't do anything.
Oh, it just looks cool.
Takes up a slot. Yeah.
That's lame, man. I wanted this just go crazy, man. But no, that's freaking awesome. That puts a new twist on this game.
Yeah, and that's one of
map creators are gonna go crazy.
Yeah, the map creators are already really, really good, and I think a lot of this stuff is empowering them to go even higher. Yeah. And one of the things actually that's new, and that's very recent actually, is they have a new loot table system. So map creators and modders as well can change around the loot tables.
I heard about that.
That can mean dungeons can have different loot, mobs can have different loot, and it's apparently doable with like command blocks, I guess. Yeah, super easy, so you can see some crazy stuff.
Could you imagine killing the boss battle and then getting his sword that he was using to kill you?
Right, or even like a chance for him to drop.
Yeah. That'd be cool. And then you would have to repeat the dungeon to try to get that chance, like the 1% chance to get that sword.
That epic drop.
Oh my god, there could be epic loots now. I can't wait, dude. That's gonna make me want to play more and more dungeon style maps.
Yeah.
Oh. That's going to be freaking awesome. And then we could get our friends together and just go, hey, man, I'm a good healer, I guess. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'll be your healer for this
You
dungeon.
just
Why
you just
not?
take a couple of shields and you just stand in front of me and I'll be good.
That's amazing. That's amazing, Fen. But I mean, every happy story, right? Every happy story's got that one niche.
See, that's
Do you
what
know where I'm going?
I know where you're going with this,
Okay.
and I also want to preface this just by saying I'm a fan of this thing. What are we talking about?
We are talking about the elytra, the wings, if you will. So you can jump
Yes.
off a cliff or whatever, and then you glide, but you can kind of
Yes.
go up. It's just like regular gliding. Like if you get
Mhm.
enough momentum, you can go up a little bit.
Yep, you can trade speed for height.
Yes. Okay, let me put it this way, Fen. Let me explain this to you. I like the elytra. Okay? I like the ability. I like the physics. I like everything about it. I do not like it in vanilla Minecraft.
Okay.
It's a mod. And I realize that horses were once a mod and now they're cool, you know what I mean? But this
Diorite was a mod.
Exactly. I realize those, but this one's kind of pulling it to a new
Slime blocks
level.
were a mod. Slime blocks were one of the coolest things that were added to the game recently.
Yeah, okay.
Before 1.9.
I get it, but elytra, man?
Like
You
I get
can
where you're
fly
coming from.
now? It's weird.
Like you can't. Like so here's the thing. I get where you're coming from. I don't agree with it because first of all, everything was a mod. If it's a mod and they add it in, it means that it's good. And not only did they add in flying, quote unquote, it's gliding.
Yeah.
You don't have creative flight. They added in a new animation. That looks really cool. It gives, if you're in F5 and you're gliding around and you start to stall, you flail a little bit. It's great. It gives you, they put a lot of thought into this and they made it so that way it's not super overpowered. It's not something you're going to be using all the time. First of all, because it's only something that you find, this elytra item, in the new End City.
Oh, so
dungeons.
you can't craft it.
You cannot craft it.
Okay, that's kind of all right. But I mean, that's what horse armor is too. And now we have a crap ton on Mineshaft. So
Well, yeah, but you never use horse armor.
yeah,
If you use elytra all the time, it's worth going into the end and exploring to try and find these things.
yeah.
Um,
But I mean,
Also-
I could just see the one use for it to be floating cities or whatever, floating islands, right? And then you just glide from one island to the next. And then, if you want to go up to a higher island, slime block, push you up and then glide back. That's the only viable use I can see with it.
well,
You know
see,
what I mean?
For me, the thing I like about it the most is that unless you're looking straight down,
Mm-hmm.
you won't take falling damage. You
Okay.
won't die from falling from a high place. It
Oh,
provides you with a safety net. Because
But
I
how
fell a
hard is
lot.
that? Yeah, I get that, but how hard what if you have your chest on? You can't, like, in the middle of a fall, it's going to take more to, like, okay, I
Right.
need to put my elytra on. There's no quick shift to
Exactly.
it,
Exactly.
Ugh.
So it's balanced there as well. So if you have an elytra on, you don't have a chest plate, which means that you don't really have armor.
I guess.
So you're not going to want to wear it when you're in a fight or, whatever. You're going to want to have it where you are just kind of exploring or walking around, or you just want to give a cinematic view of the
I guess,
nice
man.
terrain or tower.
The one
Basically-
thing I think would be really cool is we would have another portal or another hub, a train station, and a sky hub. I think that would be cool.
I think that would be cool.
But other than that, I don't see a viable, I guess, use for it. I don't know.
See, like my whole thing is that because it's so balanced is what makes it work so well.
Mm-hmm.
It decays very rapidly. Actually, you can't just fly around forever. It's probably only a good 2, 3, maybe 5 minutes of flying time, and it's done. And that means
Yeah.
another trip into the end, braving those shulkers, braving the
Wait a minute.
Enderman.
It breaks after one use?
not after one use, but
Oh.
after it. It has a durability, and the more
Yeah.
you fly, the more it goes down.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, never mind. I like it now. I thought it was infinite, like horse armor.
No,
Horse armor
no,
never
no.
breaks.
No, it's very fragile.
Oh wow. So you only want to use it like if you have to.
Yeah, or if you have a crap ton because you've gone on a huge expedition.
Gotcha. Okay, that's kind of cool. I like that now. It's a weird concept because you're throwing it in on the first Microsoft update. You're throwing it in. It's a weird thing to throw in on your first time. Sometimes you want to ease into it, with new boats, new combat, new end dragons, and just leave it at that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, I don't think it's a Microsoft thing. I think that's Mojang,
You
and
think
that's
so?
something they've always done that. They've always wanted to do huge, big updates whenever
Yeah.
possible, right?
Yeah. I mean, but think about it. What was the biggest update before this one? Horses? I mean,
Probably
that's
Redstone. The Redstone update, probably. Although that was before
yeah.
my time.
That's like initializing the game. You know what I mean? That's getting to the game
Right, but
edged out perfectly.
just because the game is out now and like it's been out for some time, doesn't mean that every update now has to be small or slash
Yeah,
and or
I
downloadable
guess.
content that you pay for. I think this is a really great thing that Mojang is still doing this
I
in a
just
game that is
yeah
so old, it looks the way it does, and performs the way it does for how it looks, which is not great, because it's
yeah
a Java game, but they're still updating it and having these huge, massive things that they're adding to it that changes the game fundamentally,
hmm
but in a way that's well thought out, balanced, and just increases the fun and will draw people back to playing the game.
I guess that makes sense. But it's kind of just drawing away from the classic building that you want to
I don't
build
know, it
now.
doesn't, because that's the thing. That's the thing I was thinking about too, is that I was playing on my 1.9 world, right? It's just
hmm
my world. I don't do much on it. I just kind of hang out and play. I haven't done anything new. The only thing I've really jumped into is the combat because I have to. Because when I'm out at night trying to find some damn trees, I gotta fight the skeletons.
Yeah, no, I
And
get you.
I haven't been to the new end yet. I haven't been to any of these damn igloos. I got nothing. Like
These damn igloos.
damn igloos. Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's still the same Minecraft experience at its core if you want it to be.
hmm
But there's new stuff if you want to explore that as well. And for some people like us who are on servers, we've been doing this for a while. We're pretty well set. And challenge like that is pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, yeah, okay. I can see both sides of the fence. I get it.
So what you're saying is Finocqua 1, Squid 0.
Wow, when are we starting to keep score here? What's happening
Right now.
Oh God, Fen. Anyway, so I won, Fen lost. Next topic. Uh, that's the way it's gonna be.
Rewriting history. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
So we have one more set in stone, and if we have time, we'll go over the other ones. Star Wars is a big thing right now. Kids, adults that watched it when they were young.
My coworkers who did not watch it when they were not young necessarily.
Yeah. Well,
Everyone's
anything.
buying
Everybody
tickets.
knows about the hype. Everybody knows about the Star Wars hype. So, this new Star Wars, what's going to happen?
Well, okay. So this is the one where I'm like, I don't know about this because I watched the movies. I was a fan. And I was such a fan that I decided I wanted to read the books and find out what happened to the characters.
Oh.
Because there's years of published work
Yeah.
on this universe, and I've read through I forget what they're called because it was a long time ago, but I read through the basically the storyline that happened when the movie is taking place. And when Disney, which is a big thing here, it's Disney bought Star Wars, bought Lucasfilms, LucasArts, whatever we're calling it. They said, okay, all of that expanded universe stuff is basically now just fan fiction. It's not canon anymore. Just the movies are canon. And I and a lot of other people were like, why you do this? It doesn't make sense. There's a lot of stuff here.
Yeah.
And it makes sense if they want their movie now to be the new canon. So I'm a little bit uneasy at that move. I would have maybe, if they wanted to go that route, it would have been nicer to see something like they did with Star Trek, where it's
They just kind of revamped it.
Yeah, it's like an alternate timeline,
Yeah. Like, because it used to be diplomatic way back when, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
now,
like
then they added it to like today's
way back
age.
when. Yeah, like it was just the movies. The movies are all flashy and showy and explosions and combat. The shows, even the newer shows, what's the latest one? Deep Space Nine, I think, was the latest one. Maybe Voyager. Either one, though. Both of those ones. And
Battlestar Galactica.
That's not even Star Trek. No, but both of those are still in that same theme of, trying to portray humanity through the lens of science fiction, alien culture, things like that.
Yeah.
It's very higher level. It's not just boom explosions, which is kind of what the Star Trek movies are. which is not to say they're bad movies,
Mhm.
but that's the facts, right?
Yeah.
It's a Hollywood movie, and I like the fact that they weren't like, yeah, no, that didn't happen. They were just like, okay, this is a new thing,
Mhm.
and we're just, a new Star Wars, new Star Trek for a new age,
Mhm.
and this is just going to be separate. It's going to be a thing, and they tied it in. They had a wormhole thing. Leonard Nimoy made an appearance. It was great. It was fancy, but yeah, they didn't do that with Disney and Star Wars. So I'm definitely gonna watch it. It's Star Wars,
Mhm.
and the trailer looks good.
Yeah.
But there's some things.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be like the last three movies to come out.
No,
Episodes
no.
1, 2, and 3, where it was like, seriously, is this really Star Wars?
No, I totally get you. I okay. When it first happened, when Disney bought over Lucasfilms, I was thinking, oh no. Like I'm thinking Disney's good. They made Pirates of the Caribbean. They
Yeah.
made all these good movies. So taking a story like this in space, that's Disney right there. They're good at that. Just cartoonifying it. But anyway, I'm like, okay, you know what? It's possible. There could be two directions this could go. It could be phenomenal, or it could just be atrocious and just piss off every one of the Star Wars fans ever.
Yeah.
But recently I've been doing a little bit more research just to figure out whether or not I want to go to the movies on opening day or not.
Mm-hmm.
And everything looks pretty good. Before I was like, okay, there's going to be a hidden Mickey Mouse in the background. Disney said, no, we're not going to do that. We don't want anything to do. We don't want anything portraying Disney in the movie. You know what I mean? They said Disney is just the owner right now. It's not going to be anything like that. I also found out that Disney, you have a movie company. I have a movie company. I buy your movie company. It's my movie now, Fen. You're not going to come and help me, right? Disney has George Lucas on the set. Disney has George Lucas with them, saying, "Hey, George, help us out. Is this right?" And George, he'd be like, "Yeah, that's right." Or well, I don't know. I can't impersonate.
On that point, George Lucas is one of the. I don't want to like. There's a whole debate in art of like, does the creator define what it is, or is it to the viewer? And there's a lot of people who look at Star Wars and they go, yeah, I'm going to decide because this guy does not know what's happening over here.
Yeah.
So, that could go either way.
It could, but George Lucas, pretty much embodied Star Wars. He made almost every single... Well, no, he made every single one, right? Didn't he make 1, 2, 3, too?
I think so. The movies, maybe?
So, he stuck true to a story. He stuck true to what was going on. Maybe the acting was bad, or maybe, the graphics were a little bit awkward at times. But, George Lucas knew what the hell he was doing. So, the fact that Disney's letting him in, saying, hey, help us out, would this actually work? Because what if they're like, no, we're going to bring Jar Jar Binks back, George Lucas probably be like, not a great idea. You know what I mean? Like,
I got a lot of hate mail for that.
Yeah, you should probably stay away from that. I'm just saying, I think that's a good move for Disney, getting the old director back.
Yeah, keeping the people in.
Yes. And I don't know if you've seen the most recent trailer.
I did, and I do want to talk about that, but you make your point.
Okay. The editing in all the fights, like the star battles or whatever, when they're on the X-wings and the Y-wings, I don't know if that's a real thing.
It's a thing. I don't think it's
there,
but
awesome. Well, when they're fighting or chasing the Millennium Falcon, that was hard to say for some reason. The scene looked legit. It looked like something I would see in the older movies. Maybe not on strings, like obviously up to date effects. But it looked like something that Star Wars would do.
Right.
Does that make sense? So in that aspect, I looked at it and I was like, like, it looked phenomenally good. So I'm crossing my fingers, but it could go both ways at this point. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I did see that trailer. And I think the thing I took away from it most was it was kind of portraying that classic hero's journey, which is what makes the original 3 Star Wars movies so timeless, even though it's set in a sci-fi universe and it's got lightsabers and laser guns.
It's all about
spaceships. It's all about humans. It's about humanity in general, not like humans specifically.
No, I got you. General Akbar.
Yeah. It's a trap. No, and that's what it seemed to be portraying is someone who the guy, the stormtrooper crashes and he's on this planet. He doesn't know what he's doing, and he kind of goes from there. And it's where that's going from there is kind of ambiguous because it's a trailer, but it did seem to be portraying that kind of this guy is going to be growing over the course of this movie, and I guess next 2 movies is the plan. Are they doing a trilogy?
I believe I heard something about them making the trilogy. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's in the works. Yeah.
But that's that's the thing that I took away, and that's what I was looking for in this new movie, because that was something that was really lacking in 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
It was really more about the effects and the laser beams and
being cool.
The being cool and the space politics and the individual story is really what I wanted to see, like a space Beowulf, basically.
Yes. I mean, they kind of followed Anakin around, but I mean, not to the extent.
To a certain degree, like it was kind of centered on him, but like it wasn't about him growing. It was about his fall and the things that set that up.
Yeah.
And that could work, but it wasn't executed well.
No.
And that may be because of his acting or acting around him or whatever. But I'm really hopeful that the story is more individually focused. Like the things in the galaxy are happening, and they're the setting, and they're maybe what drive characters, but really the focus on their reactions and how they're growing as people as they overcome these insurmountable odds is what would make it a worthwhile movie to me.
Yeah. So relating to 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, as 4, 5, and 6 did.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. Could not agree anymore. That's gonna be a rough one.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go see it on opening day, or are you gonna wait maybe a week?
I'm gonna wait.
Hear some reviews.
Not because of the reviews, just because I don't like crowded people. So I'll probably wait a little while.
I'm not going. I like the movie, but I hate people. So
yeah.
Hello, YouTube.
Okay, here we are in our game. We're playing. Keep talking, and nobody explodes.
This is terrifying. We already tried just to make sure we got it.
Oh, it's horrible, but yeah, it's fun.
Okay.
All right, so
something old, something new.
All right, so you are looking at the bomb. I am looking at the bomb defusal manual.
Yes,
I'm your expert.
Okay, so I got 5 minutes, 3 modules, 3 strikes. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Keep talking, man. Keep talking.
Well, what are we looking at? Pick a module.
Oh, I don't know. Nothing is not up yet.
Oh, well then, geez.
Okay, so I have 1 bomb, a snooze timer. Okay, so I'm picking up the bomb. I have 3. Okay, I have wires.
Wires.
Let's start with wires. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wires.
6 wires.
Yep.
Are there yellow wires?
There is a yellow wire.
Okay. Is there 1 yellow wire?
There's 1 yellow wire, yes.
And there is more than 1 white wire. Is there more than 1 white
There's
wire?
no white wires.
Okay. Are there red wires?
There's 1 red wire.
Cut the 4th wire.
The 4th one from the top?
The fourth one from the top.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, green. Okay, now I have a maze-looking thing. It's got squares. 2 squares are circled.
I think I know this one.
Okay.
Let me find it.
Oh, and I have arrows on all 3 sides. I don't know what that means.
You're going to be... basically, I'm going to navigate you through this.
Okay,
so, all right, I'm going to run you through a couple things, and you're going to tell me where there should be circles, I think, on there.
Okay,
right?
yeah, there's a circle in the first columns up and down. First column, the second square from the top. And then the last column, third square from the top.
Got it. Okay.
Those are 2 circled. I also have 1 white square. I don't know if that means anything.
That's the one you have to get to.
Okay.
Where is the white square?
The white square is third column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks down. That's including the first one. So the second.
2 from the bottom?
Yeah, 2 from the bottom.
Sweet.
Third column, 2 from the bottom.
Find the maze in the matching circular markings. The diffuser must navigate the white light to the red triangle using the arrow buttons.
Okay.
Do not cross the lines. Okay.
So I need. I am the white dot.
You are the white dot. Where is the white dot right now?
Okay, the white dot. That's where the white dot is. Is the third column, second from the bottom. And
where's the red triangle?
Red triangle is second column, first box.
Okay. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go 1 to the left.
1 to the left. Okay.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4 down.
I can't go 4 down. There's only 1 block down.
Wait, where are you?
I'm the
you're
white.
the white circle.
Yeah.
I'm doing this backwards.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh
So go all the way to the edge. Go all the way to the left edge.
So one more left.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
where's the other thing again?
The triangle.
Yeah.
It's second column all the way on the top.
Okay, cool. So go all the way to the top.
I can't. I'm gonna hit that green circle. Is that okay?
That's fine. That's fine.
All the way to the top. Are you sure?
All the way to the top, and then one to the right.
I did it green. Okay, now button.
All right.
I got a blue button that says hold.
Okay, scrolling up to button. Scrolling up to button. Where's the button? There it is. Found it.
2.5.
The button is blue, and what does it say? Hold.
Hold.
Okay, so ignore that one. Is there more than one battery?
There's 2 batteries.
And it says hold, so that doesn't matter. If the bottom button is, what color is it? Blue?
It's blue. It's a blue hold.
If there are more than 2 batteries, and there's a lit indicator. Are there more than 2 batteries?
No, there's just 2. 2 minutes.
Okay. Nope. Hold the button and refer to recent. All right, hold the button. What color is it?
Right now, after I hold the button, or now?
After you hold the button.
Okay. Oops, I put the bomb down. How do I pick it up? Okay.
Pick it up.
Hold the button. It's red. Let go.
Blue, white, yellow. Release the countdown timer when it has a 1 in any position. Or release the button when
I
the
did it.
countdown timer
We're good. Because it was at 1 minute 30.
Okay.
Woo!
Oh man.
Oh, Fen, we did it, man.
That is stressful. Dude.
We still have 1 minute 30 though, so I mean, I feel like we didn't blow up. We're doing good, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Diffused. Good job, man.
All
right. Continue.
Okay.
That's not a good idea at all.
Something old, something new.
Okay.
Finocqua's time.
Let's do it, man. Let's go, Fen.
This is for my eyes only. Don't peek on my screen.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I forgot you're right next to me.
Are you ready?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I have wires.
Wires. Okay, I got you wires. How many?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, you got 6.
6 wires.
Are there yellow wires?
3 yellow wires.
Okay.
Hello?
I'm thinking white. Okay.
Come on.
Are there any red wires?
There are no red wires.
Okay. Otherwise, if there are no red wires, cut the last wire.
Green. Sweet. I have
Awesome.
another wires panel.
Okay, another wires. How many?
This one has 5.
Okay. If is the wire black?
There is no black wires.
There is no black wires. Is there exactly 1 red wire?
There are 2 red wires.
Okay. You said there is a black wire?
There is not.
Okay. Cut the second wire.
Green. All right.
Oh, got it. Okay, next.
Okay. So I have a diamond of buttons, multicolored.
Okay, I see it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I see it. As Simon says.
Yeah.
So, okay. One of the 4 colored buttons will flash.
The bottom one is green, I think.
Okay. Using the correct table below, press the button with the corresponding color. The original button will flash, followed by another. Repeat the sequence in order using the color mapping. The sequence will lengthen by 1 each time you correctly enter the sequence until it's over. Okay. So does a serial number contain a vowel?
It does.
Okay, awesome. Okay. Note you don't have any strikes, right?
Correct.
Okay. You said which one's flashing?
Green.
Green. The green one's flashing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, press yellow.
Okay.
Now what happened?
Now green, yellow.
Okay, green, yellow, blue.
I have to press green, yellow, blue, or just blue?
It says first strike, blue.
So do I just press the blue button?
I think, yeah.
Nope.
No, okay, try green, yellow, blue then.
Nope. I got 2 strikes.
No, okay. One of the 4 colored buttons will flash.
Okay.
Using the correct table below, press the button with the corresponding color. Okay, I got that.
Okay.
The original button will flash, followed by another.
Right.
Repeat this sequence in order using the colored mapping.
Okay.
Okay. The sequence will lengthen by 1 each time you correctly enter a sequence until the module is disarmed.
Okay.
Okay. So I have this grid thing that says if the serial number contains a vowel, which it does, right?
It does.
Okay, and then on top it says red flash, blue flash, green flash, yellow flash. You said green is flashing.
Green is flashing, and now
Okay.
green and yellow are flashing.
Green and yellow are flashing.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go back up to the top. Using the correct table below.
A minute. 15.
The original button will flash, followed by another. Repeat
Okay.
this sequence in order using the color mapping. So repeat the sequence again. I'm thinking green.
I did green, yellow. Green, yellow. I hit green and it was like strike. 50 seconds.
You sure it's green? Because I know
The yellow button works. It's green, yellow. Green, yellow. Green, yellow. It's happening. That's music.
Okay, this says green, yellow, blue, yellow. And you click blue?
I clicked blue. Then I clicked green, yellow. I have 2 strikes. 20 seconds.
What
do I press? Tell me what to press.
Crap, man. You sure the serial number does?
It definitely does.
Okay, then try green, yellow, blue, yellow.
I blew up. I just blew up. You blew me up. Oh, you blew me up. Exploded.
I don't understand it. Okay, you need to look at this and tell me what I did wrong. I don't understand it.
Oh, man.
I'm so confused. Oh man, that's good. Well, hopefully it's good. We'll cross our fingers.
Yeah.
Do you think we have time for one of these bonuses?
You know what? Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's go ham.
The top one, bottom one.
Top one.
All right. So, guys, we are YouTubers, but majorly, is that a word?
I don't know.
Mainly.
There you
go. But
go.
mainly, we are gamers, and as gamers, we spend, you spend a ton of money on video games.
True.
So the topic that we're going over today is buying games, how you pick where to spend money, and if you even spend money at all on these games. Right. So basically, what's the priority of spending money on a game that is iffy, you know?
Well, I'll start.
Okay.
Because reasons that we'll go over later.
Okay.
But
you don't have to explain to me.
I'm gonna start there because the reason we're talking about this is because Squid and I have talked multiple times about.
And you laugh at me.
I do laugh at you because I'm like, hey, you should check out this game. It's like $20, and I'm sure most of you guys are thinking $20, good game, suggested by a friend. Sign me up. At least if you have a job. If you don't, obviously you're like, oh, I don't know, man. But Squid here has a job. he has potentially the money to spend on these things. But he's like, man, I never spend more than. How much did you say at the time?
I think Rocket League might have been the most expensive one I bought.
Yeah, and Rocket League is like $24. AAA titles are $60. You can get most indie games for like $5-10, and I buy games based on if people I know are playing them, if they're popular, and not just because they're popular, but so I can relate to people when they're like, oh man, I was playing Kerbal Space Program the other day, and I had this rocket, and it was like set to go to Saturn, and it just like blew up on the launch pad. It was great.
It was great. People died, massacres everywhere. It was great.
And that's the kind of thing you can only understand if you played Kerbal Space Program. Because it is great, and I can't explain it any better than that.
I get it. Damn you.
And yeah, the price will obviously affect it. There's a bunch of games coming out soon. Fallout 4, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, I think, is already out. Mm-hmm. Those are both AAA titles that are coming out within 2 weeks of each other.
Mm-hmm. Both of which I'm buying.
Are you really?
All right. Well, I already bought Fallout.
Are you buying Assassin's Creed Syndicate? Really?
I played 1. I'm playing 2 as we speak, and then I got the collector's edition. I don't remember the names, but 3 was involved, and Black Flag was. I think the other one was Rogue.
Okay, I haven't played Rogue. Yeah. I stopped playing after 3. I don't think I even finished 3.
So I'm gonna beat those, and then I'm gonna buy Syndicate. So maybe not when it releases, but
incidentally, Assassin's Creed 2 has the best ending of any game I've ever seen before.
Really?
My favorite.
Oh man, I can't wait.
We'll talk about that when you finish. Back on this topic though, because I was gonna say I'm not gonna get both of them. I will get Fallout 4 because it's Fallout 4.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
Assassin's Creed, I've kind of lost interest in the Assassin's Creed
I heard they get pretty
series.
bland.
They kind of do. Black Flag was good, but then it started to finish, and I was like, I don't know if I really want to. I don't want to finish this.
Yeah.
Like I liked the gameplay of it, but the story just left me so like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'll just stop. Um, and I kind of want to get Assassin's Creed Syndicate because I do like the gameplay so much, and I did get Loot Crate. There's a thing in the Loot Crate, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it yet because this isn't like a spoilery show. But
It is
cool.
now. We were talking about Star Wars for the past 30
Star
minutes.
Wars has been out.
Hey, maybe there are people. You said people at your work didn't hear about it or
No,
haven't seen
I
it.
knew one person in high school who'd
Oof.
never seen any Star Wars, and I'm not friends with them anymore.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Tangent time. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna get both those games because they're $60. They're AAA titles, and I'm kind of not interested in AAA titles unless they're like really stellar, because they kind of have to be for me. Because I can spend, like, I'm looking at my most played list here. I have 94 hours on Rocket League right now. It's not even my most played game. It was $24. If I look at the AAA title with the most, is probably Empire Total War, but even that kind of not. And that's just because you have to play it for a long time before anything really happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I scroll down the list, and it's all like Nuclear Throne, Starbound, Binding of Isaac, Terraria, Skyrim. I have 37 hours on Skyrim. That's probably the top AAA game.
Really?
So, like, if you're looking at, like, cost per hour, obviously it's way better for me to get something like Planetary Annihilation, 111 hours.
Yeah.
That was like $10 when I got it, I think. Civilization 5. Oh, Civilization 5 has a lot too. That's 240 hours.
I guess when I pick my games,
Mhm.
I go for replayability.
Right. Which is kind of what this goes to, right?
Yeah, it does. Because Skyrim, for example, I like Skyrim. I like the story. I bought it. I bought Skyrim.
Yeah. Which is the same reason I have it.
But once I beat it, I'm done. I'm not going to replay it. Like, maybe I'll make a mage, but I think it's boring to do the same storyline.
Yeah, I never finished those.
No, yeah, definitely. So, like, I have, for example, 80 hours played on Rocket League, 50-something hours played on Gary's mod. I know that's not a lot in comparison to a lot of people. I don't have a lot of time. But,
right.
like,
Yeah,
I can't even tell you how much hours I have played on Minecraft or League of Legends.
Yeah.
And the reason basically is that game will never end. I can beat the Ender Dragon, I can beat the Wither Boss, I can build whatever I want to build, and I can continue to build. There's no end to that game. League of Legends, every game you start all over. So when I see something like, I don't want to say Kerbal, but maybe Kerbal.
Okay.
There's no end, but I feel like once I get to a certain point in the game, like maybe I go really high, I'm like, I'm done. Or maybe I can max out, I max out my my rockets, and I'm like, okay, maybe I can't go any farther.
Well,
You know what I mean? Like,
you mentioned, I know you're not actually specifically talking about Kerbal Space Program.
Yeah, I've never really
played
played
just
it.
talk about it real quick because I do have Kerbal Space Program. I played 166 hours according to Steam.
Dang.
So yeah, like that's one of those games where it's like there's actually pretty much always something you can do unless you spent a ridiculous number of hours, in which case you should probably just go back to school and become a rocket scientist.
You have that much time on your hands. You
Right?
can do it.
And if you're that interested. Yeah, but I know what you mean.
I just don't want to buy something for the story mode, because if the story mode ends and
Unless
then
it's
there's no
Minecraft story
playing.
mode.
Yeah, that's different because, well, being a YouTuber has a lot to
That's true.
contribute
That is
with
true.
it too.
That's
Because if a
something,
game
too.
comes up and it looks good, for example, Fallout 4, I was gonna buy no matter what, but it makes me even more happy that I know I'm going to record that. Because playing the game is just gonna make me super stoked, but recording it and putting it up on YouTube, I'm gonna have the blast of a century. It's gonna be freaking phenomenal. Yeah, and showing them how I perceived what's going on in the game. That's just a fun thing for me.
That is something too. Yeah, that's very true. Is when I look at games, there is that. Will I enjoy it? First of all, if not, then screw it. Never mind. And then secondly, can I record it? And can I share it with people and will they enjoy it?
Yeah.
and which are a couple different things, but you know, the first one is the most important. If I'm not going to play something like, I don't know, let's open up the store page and find something weird. Street Fighter 5.
There you go.
First thing that pops up.
Well, yeah, a lot of people would like that, but
yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I'm not going to enjoy that. Right?
yeah, exactly.
Like,
and
I don't really like fighting
viewers.
Games. Like, people may enjoy watching me play it, but I wouldn't have fun, so it wouldn't translate well.
Exactly.
So, like, you know.
That makes sense.
But that's an added thing when you do the YouTubes or the Twitches.
Yeah, definitely. And moving on here just a little bit. Say we found a game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we decided to spend our money. Where's the best place to go to spend our money? Because I know if I were to look up a game on Steam,
mm-hmm.
it could be just throwing out hypothetical, $30, right? And I'm like, I really don't want to spend $30. There's other sites, right? Like the Humble Bundle. If it comes up in that week, it drops it down to like $4.
Right.
So there's other places to do that, right? Like if I wanted to save some money, what other processes would I want to go down?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and how far do you want to go? Because there are things like G2A is kind of notorious for basically ripping developers off of codes and then selling them for like ridiculous discounts and pocketing all that cash.
Mm-hmm.
And, you did talk about the Humble Bundle. The Humble Bundle and like the weekly bundle that they have is like usually older games, and if you're gonna do like a slightly newer one, like I think Resident Evil 5 came up this last week, which isn't like newer per se, but they still have you paying, like you have to pay a certain amount, like they have a price gate, and that raises the average. So people, if they want to get the mid-range stuff, will pay a little bit more, and it's a really great system that you're paying less, and you're getting a chance to catch up on games per se while donating to charity. And at the same time, they have the Humble Store, which has games at full price, but part of that goes to charity, which is kind of like the alternate, I guess, to the G2A model.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all Steam codes, so it's basically like getting it on Steam, just you're not necessarily getting it on Steam.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I didn't know that's what Humble Bundle did. I thought it was just a discounted price from somewhere. I don't know. I don't know how things work on the internet. I just click buttons, man.
The Humble Bundle is great, and if you haven't checked it out, you should. HumbleBundle.com.
Definitely.
Because you can basically pay what you want for the Humble Bundle. You can, I've done like 2 cents before when there's just like one thing that I wanted to check out, and you have access to 3 or 4 games. If you pay above the average, you get a couple more. If you pay above a certain, like $15 or whatever the price may be at the time, you get access to everything. And it all goes, it can all go wherever you want. It can all go to charity. It can all go to the developer. It can all go to the Humble Bundle themselves to keep them running. And you can divide it up. And the weekly bundle is the same thing. It has different charities. And the store donates, I think, like 5%, 15% of whatever you're paying. It's a set price, and whatever you're paying for that new game is going to charity of some kind, which is great.
You heard it here, boys. I don't just play games. I donate.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep, that's
right. I'm a modern gamer, watching out for society.
I'm the reason why hungry children are fed today.
Because of hungry squids.
Because of hungry squids. Look at me go. Mom, I made it. Oh, God. Well, that's awesome. But I think we are running out of time, fam.
I believe we are.
The 40-minute mark. But I am freaking stoked. This turned out phenomenal. Thank you for joining me, and hopefully we could do this again. Maybe I'm thinking, I don't know, we'll come up with a schedule sometime.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
You tell us what you think of this. We'll base our schedule off of that. How about that?
That sounds good to me, man.
You, the audience, not you, Squid.
Oh, so I'm not going to talk to you after this. Actually, I'm going to hang up Skype or TeamSpeak and just leave.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, bye. Anyway, guys, there are other stuff that's going to happen in the show. We're going to have different guest stars like.
Oh yeah.
Angelina Jolie is going to come up on here and talk to us.
Exclusive.
We're going to have guests on the show, so if you guys have any suggestions on who we should get into the show, please let us know. Once again, asksquid@gmail.com. Any question, topic, or guests that you want to send our way, we'll try to get to it in the next episode. You got anything to say, Finn?
Thanks for having me, Squid.
No, thanks for having me.
And thanks for watching, everybody else.
All right, guys. Thanks, and peace. You get to say peace now.
Peace.
Well, it'll work.